When I was young and was angry at someone, my grandma used to say that forgive people. I used to fight with her about how can I forgive people who made me cry. It's really not easy to forgive people. Do you agree, right? The longer you hold your anger on someone or something, the more you invite diseases to your body and compromise on your mental health. So, what's good about inviting diseases or releasing anger? We think that it's not easy to forgive the person who hurt you the most. I was also thinking like you, but later I understood that it's very easy to forgive people if you know the way. Yes, I'm talking about the way. Therefore, this video is divided in different parts where I will be sharing about what is forgiveness, who are we to forgive, should we ask God to forgive us, how many types of forgiveness are there, is there a reason to forgive, how to forgive, which is the biggest question ever. Namaste friends, I am Shalini and I welcome all of you to my sharings. Welcome to the change. If you would like to change yourself and your circumstances, you can subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for notification. You can follow me on Instagram too. Forgiveness for me is to make peace with the person or the event so that even if the same situation arises again in the future, you won't be having the same negative feeling and the reaction. This is also a mark to follow and to know your progress when you really are in the process of forgiving and have forgiven someone. For this video, I will call the people who trigger negative feelings in you as a triggering agent. If you don't forgive the person who is a triggering agent, you will have triggered experiences as memories, emotions, and feelings. Feelings like anger, resentment, bitterness, need to take revenge, and placing yourself always at a victim position, which will give the triggering agent a benefit to put you in a victim mode as per their convenience. Do you want to give this opportunity to your triggering agent? I'm sure not. You will not only become a victim of the agent, but will keep repeating the same pattern with other similar life situations too. When we talk about forgiveness, it's easy. It is shown as releasing those memories, emotions, feelings out of our body. Once you are fully able to remove these three things about a person or an event, you will pass the test of forgiveness and be able to release your anger. Now the question arises, who are we to forgive someone? Do we have such powers to forgive? Are we influencing enough? Is it going to change the other's point of view about the situation? Are we going to bring awareness to another person's experience? The answer to all these questions is no. We are no one and have no influence on another person to change or bring awareness to their existence. Then why should we forgive? The reason is that you are selfish. We must forgive for the benefit of our own. Humans are selfish beings, but with time we forgot that fact. Every person who is living by themselves is flexible and adapting. The current pandemic situations have proven this fact to us, isn't it? When people were surviving in isolations away from their loved ones with very limited resources, it showed us the power of self and given the opportunity of loving yourself enough to the extent of being selfish. We must appreciate being selfish, and only for selfish reasons we have to forgive people and events. Moving beyond the past will help us in stepping into our future. Let's volunteer to become selfish. When we start the forgiveness process, we first ask forgiveness from the God. Really? Do you really think that God can forgive you? No. God says ask for forgiveness to the person, thing, animal, or to whom you hurt or get hurt from. God never condemned us in the first place. So just chill and focus on those who need forgiveness, people with whom you have done your actions and generated your karma. God's love is unconditional to all of us. There are only two types of forgiveness in the world. First, where you forgive the triggering agent, and another one is just for yourself, means self-forgiveness. Before forgiving the triggering agent, forgiving self is equally important and necessary. 50% of your emotional burden will be lighter if you forgive self first. And remaining 50% will be off once you forgive the triggering agent. You must forgive yourself for being unknown to the knowledge and generating pain in someone's life. Now, don't say that you have not given pain to anyone. We all do that from time to time unconsciously. That's why living consciously is called awareness. Why don't we forgive people in the first place? Because we don't know that we have the power to do that and release ourselves from that pain. We are conditioned to live the hard way, means living in the pain. We have a belief that no pain, no gain. But does it fit everywhere? I'm sure not. Still, we enjoy criticizing the situation or the triggering agent to satisfy our ego. We don't know the ways to forgive, so we start finding the hows, whys, whens, and to whom. And in this regard, this video is going to help you. Instead of facing the triggering agent, we stand in front of the God and ask for His forgiveness. You know that it will not work because you can't do any harm to God. You can only harm the beings who are weaker than you. So ask for forgiveness from them. We have a habit of taking revenge and we wait for the right moment to take revenge. Until then, we keep criticizing and living in the pain. What we don't know is the reason why we should live in the pain for so long when we can finish it in just a few minutes. If we focus on taking revenge, it will generate more karma and more triggers for the future. So just stop the chain of the pain here. Facing your ego or shadow self will help. When we forgive ourselves, we have to face our inner demons, which are scary to accept, and the fact that we are not also very perfect and pure. But don't worry, you are not alone. Every human being is impure and imperfect. That's why we are sent on earth to overcome our implications or impurities and become pure. I will discuss these in detail in my future videos. So there is only one major benefit to forgive: lessons learned. This phrase is more than enough to tell us that whatever we have to learn from the situation, we learned already. So now is the time to move. So let's stay in the present, leaving the past behind. If you want to know more, you can watch my videos on how to empower your past. The link is in the I button and in the description box too. Now the biggest question ever: how to forgive? Okay, so the key to forgiveness is surrendering your ego, which means releasing control and taking your power back. These are a few steps to take back control in your own hands. Firstly, heal yourself. You won't want to fix problem until you know that there is a problem. So in order to heal yourself, first acknowledge that you are hurt. You have a pain and you don't know the root cause of it. You can't get cured no matter how hard you try. So next is weigh the pros and cons of those hurts and how they have impacted you until today. Interestingly, most of the diseases are born due to emotional hurt, like diabetes, cancer, hypertension, and others, you name it. Which means that cons are more dangerous than the pros of holding the negative emotion. So better to release. Thirdly, the most challenging part is to accept that we can also cause the hurt to another person. We are also part of the universal creation and main reason of the pain or the hurt for ourselves and for others. Remember, the hurt happens both ways. There is an action and equal reaction. So accept your responsibility for the action and the reaction. It's easy to blame to others though. Respect your values and this process itself. Make a commitment to forgive first yourself and next the triggering agent. It repairs the emotional damage to yourself. You can't repair it because the triggering agent remembers that. When you repair, you will be in awareness of what lessons were learned in that situation. Learn them, note them down for future references. Once you do that, now you are in the power of your own self. Next thing is, can you give and receive forgiveness? Personally, I would advise you to visit to the person, stand in front of them and ask for the forgiveness and give them forgiveness. But in some cases, it's not possible for various other reasons. You can write a letter in that case and cover three basic questions. And the questions are, first question is, what have you done? Let them know what have you done to them. Why have you done whatever you did? What was your intention and feeling while creating a hurt? Remember, intention is usually positive. It's either to save yourself or save someone else. Third question is, ask for forgiveness and apology for being so insensitive to their emotions and for yourself too. Now, don't expect and receive the response immediately. In case you receive it, it's a bonus for you. If you don't receive it at all, still consider that your work is done, as you have done your part. We can't control other people's emotions and their responses too. A little suggestion here is, during the whole process, keep yourself emotionally detached. At first, it's not an easy process to do so that, but I can assure you that your pain will be reduced and you will feel much lighter. Remember, you can do only your part in this drama, so stay true to yourself. Everything else is outside your control in any way. So just chill. See you in my next video. Bye.